and more freedom to travel. So
Right.
in Indonesia, I did a lot of training for Islamic schools. And what happens is that we get some funding
Mm-hmm.
and we go to these schools, mostly in the rural areas where they do not have access to a lot of funds or training for their
Mm-hmm.
teachers, for their principals, for their school leaders. But they're very passionate about the faith, very passionate about Islam. They want to
Mm.
educate the young ones, but they don't have the resources to do that. And so we go there, and the main thing we do is to offer training to the teachers, pedagogy, teaching, even teaching other subjects like teaching English, because that's not their main language, early childhood education, things like that. But we are really upskilling the personnel inside the Islamic schools over there. So Indonesia mainly doing that. In Malaysia, I'm more doing my Safina events. We do mass lectures and events where hundreds of people would come to attend these lectures. Sometimes I would have guests along with me, local guests. My books are also doing pretty well, alhamdulillah, in Malaysia. So that's where a lot of people know about me. I also appear on some of the TV channels, cable TV. And yeah, I feel blessed that I get to do this work that I'm doing today. And I can't wait to be able to travel again very soon.
Good. It will be a pleasure to have you come to the US very soon, also,
I would
inshallah.
love to. I would love to.
Yes. Could you
I'm just
tell
waiting
us?
for your invitation, and I'll
Don't
be there.
worry, that invitation is automatic, and especially when the viewers see you on this show here, they will all want to know who is this Ustaz Mizi Wahid. They're gonna be googling you, and I'm sure they all came across you somewhere somehow. But it will be indeed a pleasure to have people like you on this side of the world. Tell us about your books. You said books. What are the books?
Alhamdulillah, I've written 3 books. The first one, well, the reason why I started writing actually, the first one was in 2011, and that was when my first daughter was born.
Mm-hmm.
And so while we were expecting it, I told myself that, you know what, if anything happens to me, I want my child to be able to know who I am based on the way I think, based on my principles, my values, and I thought I could put all of that in a book.
Wow. And what's the name
And
of that book?
originally it was called Prayers for Success, but we've since changed the title. It's now called Call Upon Him. So it's essentially a book about dua, but it's not really a compilation of du'as as much as it is a book that motivates people to make dua, to make
Mm-hmm.
supplications to Allah, and to keep the faith, and to be patient, and to be trusting of God, and to learn to
Subhanallah.
accept the answers, whether it is a yes or a no, learning to embrace everything with husnul zan, with good assumptions towards Allah. So that is really the essence of the book. So that was the first one.
That is amazing for a person like you who are involved in all these academic and administrative activities to be writing a book of spirituality. I think that is very
Mm.
deep, very deep. I would not have been putting it together. You see what I'm saying? I thought it would have been a book of curriculum and education, but here it is about spirituality. That is very
Yeah.
deep, Ustad Mizi Wahid. I think that is very
Mm.
spiritual of you. And what's the next 2 books? What's the names of them?
Well, the other 2 books, the best-selling one of all is called, my second book is called The Art of Letting God. The Art of Letting God. And
Mm-hmm.
basically, this is a book about tawakkul, about surrendering to Allah for all of our affairs. So in the Quran, you'll find that God would often say that He loves those who surrender their affairs to Him. Inna Allah yuhibbul mutawakkilin.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so I believe that sometimes in life we hold on to things too tightly, and we fail to remember that all of the things that are in this world, they are temporary, and at some point you're going to have to learn to let them go. But a lot of us, we grieve for a very long time because we can't accept the fact that somebody has left us, we lost a job, we lost our business, we lost our possessions, we lost our reputation. We think that these things are supposed to last forever, but that is not the nature of this dunya. Like everything that exists will soon vanish. The only one that remains is Allah. And this is book basically is a reminder that teaches us about, okay, how do I learn to move on after divorce? How do I learn to rise again after a miscarriage or after a failed engagement or whatever, right? So Alhamdulillah, this book, Alhamdulillah, has been able to connect with so many people, and they said that this book helped them to get through difficult times, dark moments in their lives. So I'm just really grateful. It's a very simple book. My books are all pretty short, Sheikh. They're all like 125 pages thereabouts. They're not thick books. They're easy to read, easy to understand, simple language. And my intention is really to do da'wah in a way where people can easily resonate and relate to, but at the same time, it gives them more hope.
I like
to continue believing.
I really do like that, because again, the whole concept of the art of letting God trust and tawakkal in Allah, that is very spiritual. That is very spiritual.